Hey, welcome to the Haphazard Homestead. Today we're going to focus on getting more by doing less. It's been a long time since I mowed the yard. So we're going to go get us a big batch of spring greens. What are we going to get? We're going to get dandelion, dock, chickweed, henbit, cleavers, field mustard, chives, and a feral kale. And then we're going to mix up a big batch of cream greens for dinner. This is real food for regular people. So, let's head out into the yard and get picking. What do we see? Here's a field mustard. And what's in this big batch of weeds? Another field mustard. There's a lot of field mustard. This is rocket. Do you see that? Rocket. Arugula. There, you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see it? Just take a look at this. It all just looks like a mess, but take a look at this. Look at that. Arugula all over the place. Arugula, 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 arugula. See that? Chickweed and henbit right next to each other there. Go for the chickweed and the henbit. This kind of shows the chickweed. It kind of is a long spindly thing in the tall grass like this. It goes pretty quick. You pull up one and then it connects to others. So you just have to make sure that's the only thing you're getting. So this is the henbit. It's got a square stem, just like a mint. Nice square stem. You can feel it two sides square, two sides square. It's easy to pick a lot of this. There's a bee in the henbit. They really like those flowers. It's in the mint family. It's one of the reasons I'm reluctant to harvest too much of the henbit, because it's one of the early flowering plants that the bees really like. So this is the dock. That's what we're after, is a bunch of that dock. Then what do we have here on the back side of a pile of vegetational grass clippings? What do we have here? Look, cleavers, stick tights. Those are good green too. You know, this is stick tight. See, this is what makes it stick tight. Oh, no, don't eat my stick tights. That dandelion's a little too difficult. It's very flat, hugging close to the ground. So this is more what we're after. See, in this area, the dandelions are more robust. They're more vigorous. They've just got more leaf area on them. They're more succulent. That's what makes them worth getting over here as opposed to other parts of the yard. Look at that. Some chives. So there's our bowl of greens. Let's take a look and see what we've got.
Now what do you have there?
These are my weeds. I have got, down here, I have got cleavers. They stick to you. This is all stick tight, stickums, whatever you think people in your neck of the woods call them. Cleavers. They'll cook down a lot. I've got dock. This won't cook down too much. It'll stay pretty nice and whole, but it will turn a gray. And then I've got a lot of chives, wild chives here.
Chives.
I got a lot of arugula here. That's just, this is the wild form of the arugula that you'll plant for seeds. There's a lot more kind of lush, domesticated ones, but this is a nice wild arugula. A kale, which is just like a garden kale. There's a field mustard, which is just a coarse version of some of the mustards that you have, but it's just fine. I've got some chickweed. Chickweed is just now coming out, stellaria, and it's chickweed and a henbit. Henbit is in the mint family, and for some people it's got kind of a little strong taste, and then, but it's good in a mixed pot of greens. And we have a big pile of dandelion greens here, so nice lush dandelion greens. So we're going to have to cook things in a couple of different ways. The dandelion greens and the henbit are going to go in some boiling, we're going to pour some boiling water on it and just blanch it, swap out the boiling water, and then put it back in some boiling water. These others, we're going to just wash them and then chop them and then cook them straight up in the pan. we'll start off with the dock because that's a little tougher. Cook it for a while, and then we're going to add probably the mustard, the kale. Then we'll add the dandelions, the arugula.
If you beat it, it won't be any good.
The cleavers. Top water on them. The dandelions and henbit are in there. With the greens, you can see that they've cooked down. They've cooked down an awful lot. Pour some boiling water over them. That's all that is. There they are. I'm just going to chop up the dock. That's good enough. Then we're just going to throw that in the skillet. It'll cook. The kale I'm going to have to core because the stems are pretty stout. Good enough. I'll throw it in. And get the mustard. We'll just strip the mustard. Just stir that in a bit. The arugula we're just going to chop up. Throw it in. It's thrown in. Cleavers. Chop it up. Throw it in. The chickweed. We don't really have to chop it, but what the heck. Let's throw it in. Alright, then we're going to add our dandelion greens that we just, and the henbit that we took off and drained. And that's it. That's all we're going to do is mix all that together. Cook that for a bit. I think it's cooked enough. Now I'm going to drain that and then start on the creamed greens part. I'm going to chop these greens up a little more. I'm just going to chop them up a little more. So now what we're going to do is put them in this pan. Alright. Put a couple of tablespoons of flour on it. Put some milk in there. Put some butter in there. That's a little sea salt. I want to chop a few chives. Just going to fold those over. That's good enough. Then kind of just call that done. Well, alright then. I'm off to eat. I got my cream greens, a couple of fish and chips kind of fish, and some cream greens. And then I've got some blueberries, black raspberries, and grapes from the freezer. And then to go along with that, a little Spots and Optimator. That's a good dinner. Alright, bye for now. So, how was dinner? I just want to say that dinner was good business. Spring greens, cream greens, fruit beer, some good fish. That's good business.